Man, my thing was I was always involved in music. I just didn't know. I didn't know which side of the beat I wanted to be on.
What's up, guys? And you're tuned in to Social Status and Media. As you know, I'm your host, Lex, and we're out here in beautiful Memphis, Tennessee with Arkansas rapper Legit Lemon.
Hills up, baby, hills up.
Yes. How do you enjoy the ride, like, from Arkansas coming to Memphis?
Oh, that's a daily thing. So
really,
I'm gonna make the most of that out of this ride, regardless. Especially when you get that chick.
How did you like when you first saw that view? How did you first feel? That's a beautiful view.
Man, honestly, it's peaceful. Like it's extremely calming, and sometimes I just like to look out there, readjust my thoughts, and get back to where I need to be.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, it's not only that, and then just seeing that bridge lit up at night, man, it's motivational. It's like, it's just...
Yeah, because most people actually can't even take it. Some people in Memphis actually never get... Well, they get to see it, but not really.
Oh, I know. It's folks ain't never even crossed the bridge. And that'd be crazy to me. It's folks that never even crossed that bridge that's over here and over there on this side. Yeah, I'm going to be on both sides.
How would you... Now, have you actually seen the Memphis industry when it comes to music?
Yeah, I got to dabble a little bit in it, especially when I did the K97 Next Big Thing contest, and I made it to a finalist, and they got all the way it was second place, and that's actually one of my most motivating things that ever happened to me, because like to get that close, like especially in Memphis when nobody knows you, but you got that much support to get second place, but second place didn't get a prize,
right?
So it was like either you first grand prize or you ain't get nothing. And then that right there, just like, I was like, man, I really got to get on it. Because if I can just reach out there and touch it, I was second place. Like, first place was right there.
How did that feel? Man, I know that was nerve-wracking, too.
It was heartbreaking, man.
Now, I will say, I think what probably separated you two, too, I didn't get to hear number one dude, but you're more of a lyricist. And on, like, Done Biting the Bullet, you're very lyrical.
Oh, yeah.
So I think if I was to just kind of, like, guess on the little contest, I think that he probably was more of one of them, like, hip-hop. Yeah, like, not hip-hop, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, he was much more of a...
Turn.
Yeah, he was much more of a poppy or a catchy artist. And that's no disrespect to him. Much ups to him. I hope he out there still doing his thing. But, yeah, it's just, like, sometimes you got to realize where you at.
That's true.
And at the time, I was trying to put out a message that at the time, like, wasn't 100% received by the area. So, like, it's almost like trying to teach calculus to sometimes the kindergarten.
That's true.
And it's not any disrespect to anybody who was listening or who may have voted. It was just like, I know that I can't, if I'm trying to be one of the Coles, the Kendricks, the Drakes, I can't always be like a thug or...
But I will say, from getting to second spot, K97 gave you a lot of fans, I bet. I know.
Yeah, it gave me some actual, like, some real deal supporters, like people who look to you and be like, man, what you got coming? What's this going? And what's that? I got to meet, let me see, who was that? That was actually the first time, they weren't in the competition, but that was the first time I ran into Hippie Soul. And
I love Hippie.
Yeah, Hippie Soul. And what was crazy was at the time we was working with one of the same producers at the time. Didn't even know it. And he was my producer. He was making stuff for them and stuff sometimes. And it was like we was just that close and never even knew. But like learning them connections, man, it's just like helping. It's helpful. And to see Hippie Soul and them grinding and doing what they doing now, it's not only motivational, it's like it's inspirational.
I love it.
And it's like it's definitely doing what it needs to do to me to make me keep pushing forward.
Okay. Now, how did you get your start with music?
Man, my thing was I was always involved in music. I just didn't know which side of the beat I wanted to be on.
Okay.
Whether it was live instrumentation from band, man, I was an alto saxophonist. I was like,
you a woodwind.
Yeah, I was on it, switched over the percussions to the quads, then the drums, and I mean, then from there I started twerking around with Fruity Loops, started doing a little stuff like that, Fruity Loops and Reason. Ran into a guy, he was better at producing, I was better with the lyrics. He was like, man, you just focus on getting the word out there, and I'm gonna make sure that you can put it somewhere that people can hear it. And that's where I started focusing more on the lyrics, and that's where I guess it became me as being more of a rapper and an artist than just a person who was dealing with music.
Now I will say you were very personal too on the new mixtape.
Oh, yeah.
Very personal.
Because like everything about that mixtape had a reason. Done Biting the Bullet, even that title, it was just like me saying, man, there's so many things I done held back for so long.
Right.
And like I'm just tired of holding on to it. And like I chose that picture in front of the Lorraine Motel because it's extremely symbolic. Like, first of all, we know how important dreams are to have, and like we know what happened to Luther King right there for having a dream.
Right.
And so like for me to be like done biting the bullet right there, like I don't care what nobody got to say. I'm chasing my dreams regardless, and that was a major thing that I had to deal with too, because like I was a smart kid, like extremely smart.
So were you ever teased back in the day when you were young? Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Not like the petty chicken, like you know.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I was a geek. I was all there. Then I was chubby.
Oh
yeah.
That's crazy. Like, and I was always like this sweet person in class. If I stopped, I used to be like, stop. Like, oh, we would have been friends for real.
Oh, I'm glad to know it. You would have been one of a few.
Did you used to ever like? Well, I know of course you were in the band and all that back then, but like, did you ever would have guessed that you become a rapper?
Yep, I'll say yes because I was I had hints. I actually got, like, my grandma was a custodian and all that at the school. So, like, I was there early and I was there late. So, like,
I feel you on that.
Extra tired of school. But on top of that, it was just like, man, having that much time and that much access, I was always there and I was always thinking. And I was always like around people who were doing stuff with it. Like I had a home girl back in the day. Her name was Charles. Man, she used to be rapping too. We were both in GT and Gifted and Talented. And that was like, that was just crazy. But she was slick cold. Like she was real deal cold. And they used to beat on the lunch table. And I'll never forget my first freestyle. My first freestyle I ever did out loud. You gotta do it. It was in 6th grade. I don't remember the words, but I can tell you what happened. Man, a guy asked me to write them down. I wrote the words down. I put a cuss word in there. And I was trying to give him the note on the way to recess with the rap in it. And the teacher found it. And she gave it to my grandma, man. Oh. I got a whooping right there in front of the classroom.
That's so embarrassing.
For my first rap. Yeah, but I mean, all of that stuff made me, man. It's stuff that, like, people, this is documented. This is stuff they'll say, oh, yeah, one got a whooping right in front of the classroom. The music is available anywhere you can find music. iTunes, Spinrilla, Dead Piff, Amazon, Google Play, Tidal, Spotify. Just type in Legit Lemons or Done Biting the Bullet. And it's right there waiting for you. This is quality music. You need to hear it.
Now, before I'm sorry, I got to ask, where did the Lemons come from?
That's my last name.
Okay.
I'm Marlon Lemon. Now the legit. That's the story.
I thought like an actual. Wait, what's the legit? Say it real quick. I want to know.
Loyalty earns green, integrity, and trust.
Okay. That's going to be on a shirt soon. You better copyright that.
Yeah, it's already done.
Well, make sure to follow him. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to SSM TV. Follow us on Instagram and make sure to come back. Bye.